News Bulletin. Atlantic weather forecast. Late August. Early September 2025. Good evening and welcome to this special news program. We are now entering the final days of August, a time often considered the turning point of the Atlantic hurricane season. Meteorological history shows this period usually brings the most powerful and complex developments of the season. The year 2025 is proving no exception. At this moment, two tropical disturbances, Invest 90L and Invest 99L, are active in the Atlantic. Meanwhile, a striking contrast is unfolding across the United States. The West Coast is enduring record-breaking heat, drought, and extreme wildfire risks, while the East Coast is preparing for an unusual cold air outbreak, bringing a rare autumn chill while summer still lingers. This sharp divide paints a complex weather picture worthy of closer analysis. First, let us turn to the Atlantic, where the two tropical systems have drawn attention from both meteorologists and coastal residents. Invest 90L has been gradually organizing, with its convective cloud patterns becoming more structured than in recent days. The U.S. National Hurricane Center currently gives it a 70% chance of developing into a tropical depression or tropical storm within 48 hours, and up to 80% within the next week. While this is a clear signal of strengthening, its projected track offers some reassurance. Nearly all forecast models show it moving northward into the open Atlantic, away from the U.S. mainland. However, this does not mean it poses no risks. Once it intensifies, Invest 90L may still generate high surf, dangerous rip currents, and rough seas, especially affecting maritime activities and communities in Bermuda and the North Atlantic. Invest 99L tells a different story. For days, the system has struggled to form a closed circulation. Its convective clusters have been torn apart by upper-level wind shear, while widespread Saharan dust has dried the atmosphere, depriving it of the moisture needed for sustained development. Experts believe that if 99L does reach tropical depression strength, it will likely take several more days as it approaches the Lesser Antilles. Even then, its prospects remain limited. Model projections suggest it may slide southward into a less favorable environment and eventually drift into the eastern Pacific. In short, the likelihood of 99L becoming a strong Atlantic hurricane is very low. Still, heavy rains and gusty winds remain possible for Caribbean islands along its path, and local residents should stay alert. Flooding can cause significant damage even without a hurricane. Beyond these two disturbances, another factor demands long-term attention. A train of tropical waves from Africa is entering the Atlantic. These waves are the raw material for major hurricanes. While late August still presents challenges such as wind shear and Saharan dust, conditions improve rapidly in September. Warmer seas and reduced dust make it easier for these systems to develop into powerful storms. This is precisely why September is historically the peak of the Atlantic hurricane season. Back on U.S. soil, we are witnessing a dramatic weather contrast. The western states are under extreme heat. From California and Nevada to Arizona, temperatures have consistently exceeded long-term averages, with some stations reporting record highs 1 to 3 degrees Celsius above previous marks. Even coastal areas such as San Francisco, usually moderated by the ocean, have been unusually hot. The primary driver is a strong subtropical high combined with dry desert winds, creating sweltering conditions with very low humidity. This has set the stage for dangerous wildfires, especially in California and Oregon, where dense, parched vegetation stands ready to ignite. Fire departments across the region remain on high alert. Meanwhile, the eastern U.S. braces for an unexpected late summer cold snap. Forecast models show that temperatures in the Midwest, Great Lakes, and Northeast will plunge 6 to 10 degrees Celsius below normal. In Ohio, daytime highs are expected to hover around 20 to 22 degrees Celsius, with nighttime lows dipping below 15 degrees Celsius, an unusual chill for late August. Residents of New York and Pennsylvania will feel autumn's touch well before summer ends on the calendar. The sharp diurnal temperature swings may pose health risks, especially for the elderly, children, and those with chronic conditions. Health experts advise preparing warmer clothing and taking precautions against seasonal illnesses such as colds and respiratory infections. This clash between hot and cold, dry and moist, creates a volatile atmospheric setup, ripe for thunderstorms and severe weather. Over the next 48 hours, many regions will face stormy conditions. In the Southwest and Four Corners states, the summer monsoon will strengthen, bringing heavy rainfall to Arizona, New Mexico, and Colorado. Flash floods and landslides in mountainous terrain remain a serious threat. Across the Midwest and Great Lakes, states such as Minnesota, Wisconsin, and Michigan will experience widespread thunderstorms, with wind gusts reaching 40 to 50 miles per hour. Just yesterday, 5 tornado reports came in from this region, a stark reminder of ongoing severe weather risks. Florida and the broader Southeast are also under watch. Thunderstorm bands will sweep across the Florida peninsula and spread into Georgia and South Carolina. Over the next 2 days, rainfall totals will generally range from 20 to 40 millimeters, but localized hotspots may see 70 to 90 millimeters, enough to trigger urban flooding. Wind gusts of 40 to 50 miles per hour in parts of the southeast could disrupt travel and outdoor activities. Authorities urge residents to remain cautious, particularly during long-distance travel or outdoor events. Looking further ahead, the transition from late August into early September remains a relatively hostile environment for hurricanes due to persistent wind shear and Saharan dust. Yet the picture will change rapidly. By mid-September, atmospheric conditions will turn much more favorable. Warm sea surfaces in the Atlantic and Gulf of Mexico, higher humidity, and reduced shear. This is when the true peak of the 2025 hurricane season will unfold. Many forecasters warn that the period from mid-September through October will pose the greatest threat, with the possibility of major hurricanes making landfall in the U.S. Moreover, forecasters do not rule out the chance of subtropical systems forming near the East Coast and transforming into hurricanes under favorable conditions, a scenario seen many times in the past. Coastal communities from Texas and Louisiana to Florida and the Carolinas must remain vigilant and prepared. In summary, today's bulletin highlights a highly complex and challenging weather picture. 2 tropical disturbances, 90L and 99L, under close watch. With 99L unlikely to become a strong storm, an unexpected cold surge chilling the east even as the west suffers through record-breaking heat. Widespread thunderstorms threatening areas from Florida to the Midwest and Four Corners, and, most importantly, the most dangerous part of the hurricane season still lies ahead. Beginning in mid-September, the key message we want to leave with you is this: preparedness and staying informed are essential for safety. Always follow official weather updates, have response plans ready, and protect your health as weather conditions shift. That concludes our special weather bulletin for today. Thank you for watching and staying with us. We wish you peace and safety, and we look forward to seeing you again in our upcoming programs.